Matt, nice to meet you, dude.
Matt,
Sorry.
Nice to meet you, Austin.
So it's the alternator, huh?
Yeah. Or do you have a TikTok?
I have a TikTok, Facebook, a YouTube.
Right, I think I've seen you on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oh, how awesome.
Yeah, just fixing cars.
I just fix cars, man. That's it. That's the name of the game. I just show up and replace what's needed and repair what's needed, diagnose what's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has got to be my first time on this bad boy, but I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. Kenny Conrad's all over freaking Tulsa, man. That's incredible. That's what, when I got a message from him, I was like, awesome, dude. And it even got better when he told me what vehicle it was for.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then showing, I was like, man, this has to be like some sort of joke. And then I was passing it and I seen all the cars out front and I was like, dude, definitely not a joke. Well, here's the deal. Before I just replace the alternator, we're gonna charge this thing because we just got off the phone. We had a good conversation and I'm not too sure if it is an alternator. He said that somebody else diagnosed that. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the bottom line of that before we just go ahead and replace it. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the wires to the vehicle and then try it that way. Because here's the deal, we could have a bad battery. And it looks like we've got a bad battery. So as you can see, battery is at 0%. All right, so as you can tell, I'm unable to keep my battery charger on this battery with it hooked up and maintaining a charge. It keeps shutting my battery charger off. And then if you look over here at our negative, it's clearly melted, okay? All right, guess what, guys? We're back. And we've got a battery, a brand new one. So we're gonna have a new start on this thing. All right, so same way we took it out. Oh, look at that. It looks like I even left my wrench here yesterday. What the heck? So before I hook it up, I'm gonna get my battery tester, well, it does test batteries, but my alternator tester. And I'm gonna plug that in. I'm gonna start it, just run it for a moment and then leave that on it, test the alternator, because ultimately that is why I'm here. I need something to hold these paper towels. And normally I definitely wouldn't need gloves for this, guys, but I don't want to get my fingerprints all over that truck. Yesterday I had to wipe my arm prints off of it. So we're here today with a brand new fresh battery. Okay, so I can't tell you how excited I am, guys. Now let's reenact yesterday. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. All right, so for the moment I've been waiting for. Oh my goodness, this is immaculate. Oh boy, I'm nervous. Oh, do you guys hear that? All right, let's go ahead and try to crank her. Come on, baby, stay with us. Oh, there we go. Man, this is incredible. This is so amazing. Ah, man, that stinks. So it does show that we have some sort of alternator issue here, so. Would you like to be installed? But also, none of the gauges are working on the odometer at all. We have lights, because I turned on the lights, but, those can turn on and off. But nothing's working on that odometer whatsoever. I am excited to announce we're going to go ahead and do the installation because that alternator is a bad alternator. So we're going to put this Terminator alternator on it. It's slick. Well, now we're going under. Doesn't really smell burnt up, but it tested bad. Looks a little burnt up. Let's compare it to the new one. Look at that. There we go. Alright, so out of the old. And then with the new. Alright, so here's the new one. And do you see what type of style that is? So there's the, that's going to be the tensioner for the belt. So once we put this alternator on, it's going to sit just like that. A bolt's going to run straight through there. And then we're just going to stretch back on this alternator, get it tight, and then tighten down that bolt. And then we'll be good. Well, looks like it doesn't fit. No, I'm just joking. Alright, so that's how we put tension on it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take this belt, put it on over here, put it right on over there. What a beauty of an engine. What a beauty. All right, so we're gonna take our shiny new bolt here. Just gonna run it through the back. So we're just gonna pry back on this as much as we can. Dude, look at the starter on this thing. Well, all right, guys, now that we're all hooked up, got our new alternator on that bad boy, we're gonna go ahead and hook our battery on up, tighten this thing down, and we got a full charge on it. I left this thing charging overnight, so we have a full charge on this bad boy. Hear that sweet sound? You hear that noise? That's coming from that alternator. It is an Amazon alternator, so. Still don't have any odometers, guys. Look what happens when I give it some gas. Listen. That's that alternator. Alright, besides that noise, let's at least see if this alternator is good. So we're at 13.6, 13.7. So it looks like the alternator is a good alternator. It just makes a wonky noise when you give it fuel. Oh boy. Yeah, so we got a good alternator. I mean, well, I guess you could call it halfway good. Let's listen to that sound again. Yeah, that's wild, man. What the heck? At least this alternator didn't make no noise. It just it was just bad. I mean, this one's good, but it just makes a lot of noise. All right, so here's the deal. Now that we got our new alternator installed and, you know, it's working, it's just making a funky noise, there's really nothing left for me to do. Now, here's the deal. I'm extremely interested in trying to get that odometer to work because I feel like it's just something simple, but I didn't get hired for that, and this is, you know, not your typical vehicle. So I don't want to go ahead and start diving into the electrical connections of, you know, of these things. But here's the deal. I did take a little peek at it, and these wipers don't work, but there's a live power wire back there, and if I give it power to the wipers, then they'll work. But the switch itself isn't working, so I mean, at least I did figure that out. I'm pretty good with the electrical, so I definitely wouldn't mind, you know, tapping into that. But again, I gotta ask this guy and, you know, get a permission before I do something like that. But I am gonna send him the video I took of that alternator making that funky noise. I mean, it is working, but I wouldn't, in a vehicle like this, I wouldn't be driving around with an alternator that sounds like a bearing's about to break. But that's just me. Definitely not my first time installing an Amazon part that didn't really, you know, live up to its word.